Hi everyone, welcome to BIM Guru. In this particular video, we'll discuss about the parameters, what kind of parameters we are having in Revit, and what are the differences amongst themselves. Actually, I have created this kind of video earlier as well, but I've got some comments regarding the audio clarity or something like that. That is why I'm creating this one another time, and also I'm adding some another points, very valuable points. So let's check it out. Okay. I'll not go in that much depth regarding the how to create the what we can say the family, those kind of things, because we'll discuss in this particular video regarding family parameters as well. I have described family creation and those kind of things in a very detailed manner. I'll pin that one in my the icon so you can check that out from right there. Okay, so let's start. Majorly there are three types of parameters. If you'll see in Manage tab, there are three types of parameters: project parameter, shape parameter, global parameter. There is one more term, family parameters. Those are used for Revit families. We'll discuss about that one in this particular video as well. There's one more uh, comment that I've got regarding numerical parameters. That's not any kind of term that we use in Revit, but yes, there are some kind of what we can say formula based parameters that we used that we use normally in Revit. So we'll discuss about that one as well, maybe in separate video, but I'll give you a brief idea about that one in this particular video only. Okay, let's start from the global parameter because that's very simple and very easy to use. Do not get confused with the global term. It's global. Why? Because we can use this kind of parameter for each and every kind of Revit category, right? Whether it is mechanical equipment, whatever the category. And global parameters cannot be shared from one project to another project. That is very important. It is these parameters cannot be used in schedules or tags. Okay, also they cannot be seen in the element properties that we can see right here, right? uh, these kind of parameters we cannot see the global parameters in the properties. Okay, so let's start the global parameter and then we'll see. First of all, I'll tell you what are the global parameters. I have told where we cannot use the global parameters, but where we can use the global parameters is that wherever we are having some dimension constraint or something like that, uh, at that point we can use the global parameters. How? For example, this is the boundary that I've created with the four walls. Now I'll create some mechanical equipments randomly. I'll paste four mechanical equipment elements right there. Okay, so let me give the dimension and then we'll discuss about this one and this as well. And let's go with this one and this. Let me go with this one. Yeah. So I have given four dimensions right there. And what I want is that I wanted to okay, let me give this dimension from this wall so that it will be easy to figure it out where it has changed. Okay, so kind of I have considered these two walls, and from there I want these four AHU will make 1000 distance. Okay, so the point is the center of the AHU will be 1000 mm away from the center of the wall. Okay, and how we can uh, utilize the global parameter in this particular scene. So let's start. So select a dimension, select all visible in view. Please cross check that all the dimensions that you wanted to apply for global parameters, those are only selected. Okay, now click on the create parameter icon, create a global parameter. For example, I'll go with sp1, something like that. It does not matter whatever name you are choosing, but just keep in mind which parameter you are choosing. I'll go with dimension only because we are going with the dimension kind of thing right here. Click on OK. Okay, so now if you'll see, earlier it was different for each and every case. Let me control that sorry so that you can see. It's 3500 distance right here. It's 3 meter. It's 2.4 meter and it's 2.1 meter. But as I have applied, let me control Y. As I have applied the parameter, it's 3500, 3500, 3500, 3500. Why? Because I have selected this dimension to create the global parameter. So it has taken the default value of global parameter SP1 as 3500, from where we can check. Click on AHU. Okay, there will be a pen icon. You can see. Click on that icon. You can see SP1 value 3500. I want to make it 1000. So what I'll do, I'll remove this one, and let me number lock is off. Yeah. So I have paste 1000 right here. Click on OK. Now it has changed the spacing to 1 meter for each and every case. Got it? That is how we can use the global parameter. And if we will move our walls, it will be moved with the wall. I guess it's clear to you, right? Wherever we want to move, it will move like that. So it's kind of, it just got stuck with the wall because we have given the permanent parameter named as global parameter with it. Okay, so that is the global parameter only. Nothing we can use or nothing we can do with the global parameter. If I'll select the mechanical equipment category right here, I cannot see any SP1 that we have created in dimension tab, but dimension tab is also not right there. So we cannot see that global parameter in the property section. Okay, so now let's come to another point. That's project parameter. Project parameter can be used in the schedule, okay, and but they cannot used as tags. So that's difference. Okay, we can use the project parameters in schedule. Okay. Second thing, we cannot share the project parameters from one project to another project. That's one more term. We cannot also what we cannot do with this one, with the shape element we can use schedule tags and uh, uh, yeah, we cannot share the project parameters from one project to another project or one family to another family. We cannot use those ones and what we can say tags, but we can use those ones and schedules. Okay, so those kind of things are right there with the project parameter. So now let's start with the project parameter. Click on project parameter right here. Click on add. Let's create some project parameter right here. So we can see two options, project parameter and shared parameter. We'll discuss about shared parameter after just this one. Okay, so just stick on the project parameter. Also you can see right here, can appear in schedule but not in tags that I mentioned right now. It can be appeared in the schedule but not in the tags. Okay, so if you want to tag something, you have to create the shared parameter. We'll create the shared parameter after this one. So as of now, let's stick with the project parameters. So I'll create a project parameter. First of all, I'll tell you a little bit about this kind of pop-up. I already created, I told you about this kind of pop-up in my, parameter discussion in earlier videos. But let's give a brief idea. So these are all the categories, Revit categories of the elements. So for which particular category you wanted to create the parameter, we can select that one from right here. Okay. We can also see the parameter data, the name, the that's parameter name, discipline for which kind of service or the design service you want to create the parameter. That's like that. For example, you want to go with the electrical, energy, HVAC, infrastructure, piping structure, something like that. So you can select that one. But let's keep it common so that we can use the same parameter for each and every discipline. Okay, type of the parameter is very important. It depends which kind of type of the parameter, so that it'll behave like that way. If you'll click on text, it will not behave like dimension kind of thing. Okay, so you cannot select this particular parameter for a particular dimension. But right now we are going with the dimension thing, so I'll go with the length only because length is kind of dimension only. We can choose this what we can say group parameter under, like this is not directly connected with the type of the parameter, so we can change this one. So as of now, I'll change this one to text for our understanding only, but we should go with the proper terms. So if it is a length, it should come under dimension, but as of now I'll go with the text. Why? Because I know there is not any text tab right there, so that we can see which parameter we have created. Okay, now I'll create for example S1, this random parameter I'm creating. Okay, and it's instance. Instance and type are already discussed in brief in my previous videos, but let's go with a little bit, information is that instance we can directly see in the property if I'll select the element, but type I have to click on edit type first. Right here you can see after selecting the element. Okay, inside that we can see the type parameters. And one more difference is that instance will be for a particular Revit family only, Revit family element only, not for all the elements of the same family. But if it is a type parameter, it will change all those kind of what we can say same type of the family parameter values with that sense. Um, I guess we should not go in that much depth right now. Let's create an instance parameter S1, and it should be mechanical equipment because we are already having mechanical equipment on the layout. Click on OK. Now click on OK. So I have created a mechanical equipment instance parameter, that is S1. So I have selected AHU mechanical equipment, and if I'll see right here, text S1 is right there, so I can type something. Sorry, it is length, right? So if I'll type 1000, it'll take, right? But if I'll type, let me delete the tags first of all of the mechanical equipment. Okay. Yeah. But if I'll type, some text like age, it'll not take. Let's try. Yeah, because the formula is like it'll take always the number, right? Because it's length. Now, what I was saying about project parameter is that we cannot we can see them in schedule but not use as tags. So let's discuss about both the points. So firstly, create schedule of each, right? So mechanical equipment, right? So I'll directly type right here for S1. We can see that one, right? If I click on OK, so then let this one visible field. Oh, sorry, I did not add that one here. Yeah, so we can see that I have put 1000 for a particular age, so it is showing that that one, right? But I cannot use the S1 for tags. How? Let me tag the HU and then we'll discuss. Let me go with edit family and the label. Yeah, right here we cannot see that S1, right? We cannot see that S1. Why? Because as I mentioned, project parameter cannot be used for the tagging, right? So that is the thing about the project parameter. We cannot share the project parameter like S1 from one project like I have created for this one, but I cannot share the same parameter for another project. I have to create another S1 in another project. Okay, so that's the constraint with the project parameters. Now let's come with the shared parameters. Shared parameters are the best. If you are, going with the shared parameters, that's the best thing that we can do about the parameters. We can use the shared parameter wherever we want to use. We can create the shared parameters. We can, share the shared parameter for in another project. We can use the shared parameters for creating the schedule. We can use the shared parameters for tagging. We can create the shared parameters file. Okay, that will be txt file and it will be independent from a particular project. Okay, so all of these things we'll do in this video as of now. So let's start with the shared parameter. For that one, click on manage tab, click on shared parameter. So there will be one text file that is very important to create the shared parameter. So first of all, let me create one text file. So I'll create a text file for you. Let's give a name like demo. Okay, whatever you want to give the name, you can give that name. So I have created a text file for shared parameters. Okay, now there are two segments, parameters and groups. Okay, so groups are basically what we can say a group of the parameter, as you can understand. Okay, so let's create a group and under which we'll create the parameters. So right now we are creating mechanical equipment parameters. So let me give mechanical equipment parameters. Okay, so I have created one group right here. If there are multiple groups, it will be shown right there. For example, let me create ME2. It will be right there. correct? But let's create the parameter inside ME parameters. So I'll create one parameter. I'll click on parameter new, and this kind of dialog box will be open. Okay, I'll give the name as because it is shared parameter, so let me give sp1. Okay, discipline will be common because we are going with all the disciplines. Let's go with the what you can say. Let's go with length. Okay, as of now length means then it'll go with the digital values, right? 1000, 2000, something like that. We cannot type right there each or something like that. Okay, or let's go with that one so that we can use that one as tags. Okay, so let me go with text so that we can use that one as tag. Now sp1 is created, but it is created as shared parameter. Okay, because we have created the shared parameter file, so it is inside the shared parameter file but not in the project. How? Like, let me click on the AHU. I cannot see that one right here, correct? We have created sp1 but it's not right there. So for that one, what we'll do, I'll click on project parameter again. Now there is a catch. Okay, do not get confused that we are clicking on project parameters and now it is a project parameter. No. So we have created the shade parameter as of now. Now we are inserting the shade parameter inside the project. Okay, so for that one, click on add. Now right here there is another option, shade parameter. So I'll click on shade parameter icon. I'll select my parameter, which parameter I have to take inside this particular project. So I already discussed these kind of things in my previous videos about the parameters. You can check that out. So right now I'm directly selecting sp1 because I have created that one as of now. Click on OK. And now, as you know, we have selected the type of parameter as text, but I can change the group. It does not matter which group we are considering as of now, but I'll keep it as text because in my text I can see that I have created that particular parameter. Okay, as of now I'll go with the mechanical equipment category. It will be visible for a mechanical equipment category only, not all other categories. Okay, so that's very important. If I'll select all the categories, I can see the same parameter for all the categories. Whatever I want to do, I can do from right there. Okay, but I'll go with the mechanical equipment as of now. I'll go with instance only. Click on OK and click on OK. Now, if I'll click on AHU, I can see my SP1 right here. So it is text. Whatever I want to mention, I can mention right here. Whether it is number, whether it is text or something like that. Okay. So I have mentioned AHU1 for this one. So if I'll paste TG right here, I'll click the family of the tag and I'll change this label to sp1. So now you can see sp1 is not right there. I'll click on this icon, add parameter. There you can see shade parameter icon is right here, not the project parameter. So we can only add the shade parameters, not the project parameters for tagging. Okay, so I'll go with the my file and I'll add that sp1 only for this parameter, and I'll tag it right here. I'll remove this type mark and OK, and I'll load this particular family inside the project. So now my family name is H. We can edit that one as per our requirement from right here as well. Like I want what we can say AB1 or something like that. Whatever we want, we can do that thing. Okay. So that's how we can create the shade parameter. We can add the shade parameter inside the project. We can create the tag with the shade parameter. Okay. Now, how we can use that one in schedule? Let's come in the schedule. Okay. So I'll create the schedule for mechanical equipment again. Okay. And this time I'll add SP1, right? I can see S1 as well because S1 is a project parameter. We can use that one as schedule, but not as tag. Okay. So I can see this SP1 right here as well. So I given AB1 for a particular issue. That's why it's showing that one right here. So we have discussed about the global parameters, the project parameter, the shared parameter. Uh, yeah, one more thing, we can share the shared parameter into in another project. How we can share that one? There are uh, two ways. We can directly share the shared parameter file, the .txt file that I have right here. Let me browse. Yeah, it's right here. So we can share this file uh, to another project guy, and he'll use the same file and he can add the shared parameters by adding from project parameters like that way, right? like he can browse this file from a central point, or I can directly share with him this txt file, so he can download and he can use locally, something like that. I guess it's clear, right? Now, uh, let's come with the fourth point, that's family parameters. Okay, so let's go with the HU family only. So I'll double click with it and I'll go inside the family. Okay, it's not. Yeah, so let's go inside the HU family. Let's create one more parameter. Okay, let me go with the layout thing, top view, right? So I'll randomly create one parameter. Okay, I'll not give some kind of thing, but let's um okay, I'll create just text parameter, something like that, so that will create right there. So I'll click on the new parameter. This kind of dialog box will be open. Again, family parameter and shared parameter. Shared parameter can be used inside the families in the project, can be used in schedule, like it's just master thing of the project. Okay, so that's how shared parameter works. Now same thing, we can select the file and we can add the parameter, but right now we are discussing about the family parameter. Okay, it's just similar to the what we can say a project parameter, but there is one constraint. It cannot use in the schedule as well. Like project parameters cannot be used in tags, but it will appear in the schedule. But the family parameter will not appear in the schedule as well. Okay, so that's difference only. Otherwise, the family parameter will be used in the family. Project parameter will be used in the project. Okay. Now I'll create one parameter called because it's the family parameter. So let's go with FP1. I'll go with text. Okay. Okay, load in the project. Okay, and okay, if I click HO, I'll see FP1. I can type something 2000. Okay, but I cannot see that one in schedule. Let me create mechanical equipment schedule. I cannot see FP1. No, it's not right. Okay, we cannot use in tags as I mentioned earlier, but let's cross check. FP1 will not be right there, correct? So we cannot see those parameters right there. I cannot add the family parameter right there, right? We can just add shared parameter only. So yeah, we have covered the four type of parameters. Now let's come with the numerical term that was used in the comment. So that's not any kind of that term, but yes, this one way. For example, let me tell you how we can adjust the numerical term. For example, let me let me go inside the family and I'll create something and then we'll discuss about that one. So for example, we are having right here, and are we having HU width height something parameters? um, I don't think so, we are not having. Okay, so let's create those parameters and then we'll discuss about that one. I'm not sure if we are having those ones or not. So let me check if it is like that. Okay, it's very complex. Okay, so let me create one family and then we'll use those numerical uh, parameters. Otherwise it is okay, 23 minutes, it's already there. So okay, let me create separate video regarding numerical parameters, and then we'll cover all those kind of doubts whatever you are having regarding numerical parameters in that particular video. So let's wrap up this particular video right here only. Thanks a lot guys for watching this video. Let me know if you are having any doubt as of now regarding the parameters in the comments. We'll cover in future videos. Okay, thanks a lot guys.